All right, boys, we are back, and it's time to continue year number 3 with our Arizona Coyotes. Last video, we started the simulation, and we started off pretty good, but the last, I don't know, let's say 2 weeks, 3 weeks, we've actually fallen a little bit in the standings, 19, 15, and 2. It's not a bad thing because it's still very early on. Well, it's not very early, but early enough, and we're sitting in a playoff spot as we talk right now, right? So as long as we can just keep continue to win games and get out of this rut that we're in, we should be fine. Now, in the last video, I was asking you guys about any line changes, just because, you know, our team is not performing like it was last year, especially our defense. Like Ekman Larsson and Yandel, they're on pace for like 30 points, 35 points. They both had like 60, or Yandel had 60 last year. Ekman Larsson, I think he was up there as well, right? So we want to get that back under control. And I think to do that, I was reading some of your comments. Well, first, offensively, we got to take Chris Higgins off the 4th line, you guys were saying, and Soderberg can play the 4th line. Yeah, I agree with that. We'll get the sniper up on the 3rd line, and he can actually play the left wing. Samuelsson can go on the right wing. Teravainen can go in the middle. All right, I'm not going to put Soderberg in the center. I know he is a center, but so is McMillan, and McMillan has a much better face-off rating. So Soderberg can play the 4th line right wing. We'll get a little bit more goal scoring on the 3rd line. Defensively, you guys were saying to split these two guys up because our 2nd line seems to be getting a lot of goals and a lot of points, and maybe because for some reason in the simulation, the 1st line defense is always playing with the 2nd line offense. Maybe, I don't know, or getting a majority of time, right? So if we could split these guys up because we have 2 good lines now, we'll see what happens. Ekman Larsson, he's 25. I want Ekman Larsson to get better, so you know what? I think I'll put Ekman Larsson on the 1st line. Yandel can go on the 2nd line. Yandel's a lefty. Ekman Larsson's a lefty. Stone and Gormley are... Well, Stone's a righty, I think. Yeah, Stone's a righty, and Gormley is a lefty. Yeah, he is. All right, so I'll bring Gormley and Ekman Larsson up to the 1st line, and then Stone and Yandel on the 2nd line, Klitsum and Murphy. Yeah, that works for me. All right, power play. We're going to leave Ekman Larsson and Yandel together on the power play, but Gormley, and we're going to go back with Higgins because he did pretty good. He had a lot of power play points, some goals there when we had him on the point because of that injury that we had, and then we were doing pretty good, right? And then I had to switch him back when Stone or Gormley came back. It was one of them. And that's when we started to lose some games, it seems like. So let's go back with Chris Higgins on the 2nd line power play. 4-man power play, same thing. Gonna go with Higgins. All right, there you go. Kopitar, Yakupov. Actually, I can go with, well, Bodker's already there. I can go with Riley Smith or something. Or Howla. Hang on. Hansel and Bodker. Riley Smith. Yeah, let's go with Riley Smith. There you go, Riley Smith. All right, penalty kill, Kopitar, McMillan. I think I can. Yeah, let's get Sam. Oh, well, you know what? It's the defensive awareness categories. Yeah, I wanted to take Samuelsson off. Let's make our penalty kill a little bit better. McMillan, yes, maybe like a guy like Soderberg because he's getting 4th line time now, and he's actually got a decent. He's a center, right? Hang on a second here, Soderberg. Yeah, 85 for defensive awareness, 84 shot blocking, 84 for stick checking. Definitely somebody who can go in there. So McMillan, and McMillan's got the same kind of stats, right? Yeah, you know what? I'll put Soderberg on the 1st, McMillan on the 2nd. Who else could be? No. Teravainen. Let's see what his defensive stats. Nope, not Teravainen. McMillan, Chipchura could be another. Let's see what Chipchura's stats were. Basically the same as McMillan is Chipchura. Howla, Higgins, Gagliardi. Yeah, okay, those are the 2 guys. So we'll go with McMillan and Soderberg. Penalty kill, Yandel and Ekman Larsson. Klitsum and Stone. Yeah, that's fine. Kopitar, Hansel. Yeah, that's fine. And then that's all fine. All right, so those are the line changes. And we're also going to turn off automated goalie rotations and go with Kemper as our starting 2-to-1 loss ratio. Just because we've played them both evenly so far. I think like they both have 20 games played. Their stats are pretty even, but you know what? When it comes to win or losses, Kemper's getting more wins, and that's what we need right now. We desperately need that. So I'm going to go to settings, rules. All right, you can see all this stuff is still on. Where is it? Off. There you go. So the assistant coach rotates goalies is off. So we're going to go to I don't want to say, I want to get a feel for it. We'll say a 2-to-1 loss ratio, but I want to get a feel for it as well, all right? So here we go. We have a nice 3-game home streak right now. Let's see what the Arizona Coyotes can do. We got to follow the games very specifically now, because if we get to the trade deadline and we're not a playoff team, we may do some selling, some older players, you know? I mean, I want to come back. I want to be a playoff team this year. I want to come back and be a playoff team next year, yes. But, you know, guys like Soderberg, Higgins, you know, I picked them up for depth for a playoff run. But if that doesn't happen this year, those are 2 trading assets, definitely. All right, but let's not talk about that. Let's just, come on, let's focus and win some games here. The LA Kings, holy crap, man. What the hell is going on with them? They still have Toffoli. They got Carter. Jonathan Quick's down there. Nail Yakupov's been injured with post-concussion syndrome. His estimated return is April 3rd. Oh, man. All right, so we suffered our first major injury. Nail Yakupov. He is Gonzo Alonso. My goodness. The good news is that he should be back for the playoffs. Actually, he won't miss a playoff game with April 3rd being his return. But the bad news is that we are missing a first-line right winger for the rest of the regular season, and we are not out of the woods. You know, we are clearly competing for that playoff run right now, man. We could use a few more wins than losses. So I'm going to have to edit lines manually. That's a big loss right there. All right, so I think obviously, but this is why I got Higgins. You know, this is the reason right here. So you're gonna come up here, Riley Smith to the first line. Higgins. You know what? I'm not gonna break up Riley Smith, Hansel, and Howla because they were doing the best. Let's try Chris Higgins on the first line. All right, because he's a sniper, 83. Let's try him out with Kopitar and Bodker. And then I can go Soderberg on the third line with Teravainen and Samuelson. And then we can bring in Gagliardi as our fourth line. There you go. It fits out. It fits perfectly. That's why I got those depth, boys, because I knew injuries were going to happen. Higgins, that's a big one, though. That's the biggest one we've had. Oh, no, you know what? I can't do that. Higgins is already on the point. You know what? I'll give the kid a chance. Give the kid a chance. Samuelson, get up there. You know what? No, not Samuelson. Teravainen. I need Teravainen to grow. He's got 4.5 gold star potential. That would be useful if he grows. So we'll leave him on the first line with Kopitar and Bodker. Okay. Bodker and then Riley Smith. And then I can put Higgins on the, you know what, let's put Higgins right here. Because Riley Smith is already on the point. Penalty kill, 3-man penalty kill, 4-on-4 lines. Yep, Bodker, Teravainen with, we'll go with Higgins. There you go. Higgins, I need you to be the veteran that I got you for. All right, now's the real time that we need to start winning games. What? Hang on. Shootout, eh? All right. Oh, yeah, there it is. Bodker, you know, I got to get my best players up here. Kopitar, Bodker. Yeah, Bodker can take a shot. There you go. All right, so that injury is a big timer. That hurts us. Now, did we lose that last game? Hang on a second here. Best lines, that's for the AHL. Yeah, we did. So Kemper is still on a 2-to-1 loss ratio. He's won 2 games. He's lost 1 on this 3-game streak that he's on. So let's just keep on going with it, Kemper. If you go 2-2, that's okay. All right, that's okay. Grant Clitsom's now been injured with a mild concussion. Oh, man, our team's getting hurt. Our team is getting hurt. Yeah, I'll just go manually here. Got to do it again. I know you guys don't like this line changing stuff, but you know what? This is what it takes to be a GM. I actually do like doing this stuff. When you simulate a season, it just goes from beginning to end. Like these injuries this year is actually pretty good because it's not all the time. And in 3 years, this is our first major injury. It sucks that it's to Nail Yakupov, but you know what? 3 or 4 months. It's gonna happen. I mean, look at all, I mean, the NHL season has started. Look at all the injuries we already have so far, you know? I think I heard, what's his name? Dan Boyle on the Rangers. He blocked a shot out like 4 to 6 weeks or something like that. That hurts. Coaching options, edit lines. I'm sure there's a few more. I just can't remember right now. Kemper, yeah, we're going to go back to Byzantine. All right, so Byzantine, once he loses 1 game, we go back to Kemper. All right, as soon as he loses 1 game, we go back to Kemper. Byzantine is clearly still a backup. He's listed as a backup. He's 84. There you go. He can still get some wins, though, and he can change our minds. If he goes on like a winning streak, he will change our minds. Should we have a 2-to-1 loss ratio for what's his name? For Byzantine as well? We'll see. Man, look at that bottom right. Nail Yakupov. 2 months he's gone for. Jeez Louise. That's a long time, man. He's got that. Somebody crushed him crossing the blue line or doing something. Good Lord. All right, so we're going to go back to, I forget what I was doing before, so let me just go WHL. I've already searched the WHL. I've already searched the OHL. Already searched the QMJHL. So let's go to the United States now. Let's try some other, since there's only 10 skaters, I'll go a month forwards. We'll go United States, Simliga, and the SHL. And Russia as well. All right. Yeah, keep on going here, Byzantine. Let's see what you can do. Gonna have to maybe switch him after this game. Yeah, all right, there's a loss. I'm going to go back with Kemper. It's back-to-back nights anyways. All right, there you go, Kemper. It'd be cool if from this main menu I could just push a button and the goalie switch and it shows you. That's not coming anytime soon, though, because we all seen what NHL 15 GM mode holds in store. They're going to take like another 2-3 years just getting it back to this level. All right, so there's a good win for Kemper. So he's on the 2-to-1 loss ratio. He doesn't have a loss just yet. Grant Clitsom. Yeah, that's good news. I'll get him back. Defensive defenseman. he can replace Frazier again. Yeah, all right. There you go, Frazier. I'll scratch you. Yeah, Klitzum hasn't gotten any worse. He's retained that 3-star the entire year. So that's good news for us. He's not on the power play. The penalty kill he is on. Yes. Oh, Klitzum. There you go. 4-on-4 lines. Yeah, Klitzum. There you go. Extra attacker. All right, that should be it. All right, so hopefully the injury bug can be a little bit nice to us now. I think I should update or upgrade our medical staff. But come on now, just keep on winning games. 24, 18, and 2. It's decent. We're only 4 games above 500. You just got to keep on putting those 2 points in the back. Come on now, Arizona. I don't want to have to make a major decision at the trade deadline, all right? All-star game. It's time for you guys to shape up and just take over here. How long have we been going for? 10 minutes? You know what? The next time I have to change the goalies, I'm going to... Oh, you know what? I'll just do it right now. Hang on 1 second. There we go. Just want to make sure we don't lose any of this footage. So let's go. Calgary. So we're still on that 2-to-1 loss ratio. Kemper just went in. He hasn't lost the game yet. He's already won 1. Let's see. He's won 2 in a row. Good. So he's already got his quota. Good job. Good job now. Kemper's got the 2 losses. Byzantine's got the 1. Come on now. Florida Panthers, we can beat them. They're an Eastern Conference team, so we don't have to worry as much, but still, we can get the points out of them. There you go. All right, Kemper's won 3 in a row right now. Oh, look at this home stretch that we're on. Yeah. This is a big one. All right, Kemper, come on now. This is exactly why I decided to go to the 2-to-1 loss ratio. It seemed like Kemper was playing like the better goalie, and if you remember, last year, Kemper got us into the playoffs, right? He got us through the first round as well. All right, there's a loss right there. That's his first loss in like 3 games, so he's 3-1. If he goes 3-2, that's still fine. Go 3-2 for the rest of the year. I'm fine with that. We'll make the playoffs. There you go. Oh, baby. Go 4-2. Hell yeah. That's a nice little shutout for him. Come on now, Kemper. If we can get to 30 wins before the trade deadline, that would be very nice. Ooh, there's a loss. All right. Ooh, I think it was a overtime loss, but there's a loss. So we're going to go back with Byzantine now. All right, Byzantine. Get a win before I have to go back to Kemper, all right? Just go 1-1. That's all I need you for. Just go 1-1. If you can go 2-1, that'd be great. 1-1. Hansel is still our leading goal scorer. Riley Smith, our leading assist man. Soderberg, our plus-minus leader. And Kopitar, our penalty minutes leader. Jeez. What the hell is he doing? I thought he was Selke Trophy material. There's a win. Good job, Byzantine. You got the win. All right, 28, 19, and 3. Starting to pull away a little bit. 6 games above 500. Come on now. Ooh, St. Louis is a team we're going to be competing with. Ooh, and we lost. All right, don't worry about it. Don't worry about it, Byzantine. All right, going to go back with Kemper now. All right, Kemper. Time for you to come in and show them what's good. How many more games we got before the trade deadline? We got 3, 6, 9, 12. We got 12 games before the trade deadline. So, I mean, I wanted to get to 30. I want to get to 35 now. If we can get 7 wins out of the last 12 games here, yeah, that's doable. 7-5 in these 12 games, and that would put us into very good position for the playoffs. All right, so come on, boys. It's not over just yet. We don't have Nail Yakupov. All right, we got to look towards each other. We gotta lean on each other. We gotta motivate each other for this. Oh, that's a big loss to Dallas right there. All right, game against Detroit. At least we're not competing with them, but we need to get points. Come on, don't show me 22. Don't show me 22. There you go. All right, they got the win. That's a big win right there. Good. Come on now. Against the LA Kings, they're not one of the better teams in the NHL for some reason. In year number 3, they're older players. Come on now. Come on now. Ooh, there's a loss. All right. All right. So we're on a little bit of a rut right now. That's okay. Got to go back to Byzantine. Not going to be making any trades. Not going to be doing anything to try to right the ship. All right. It's got to be the players that we have. They've got to play. 29 and 25. Come on now. Scouting assignment. So I just did the United States for a month. So let's go to not Dell. No. Simliga. There we go. We'll get some nice, fantastic fins. There you go. 1 month. All right. Come on now, Byzantine. Get me a win, buddy. Get me a win against the St. Louis Blues. Tough team. Yeah. All right. That's a huge win for Byzantine right there. Look at our goalies. I mean, Kemper's got 17 wins. Byzantine, he's starting to get a few more for us. This might be the better way to do it. 30, 22, and 3. There you go, boys. Man, the Pittsburgh Penguins looking like a good team. I'm going to save Kemper for the next game because Pittsburgh looks like a very good team. So we'll just go with Byzantine for this game. Baptized by fire. Yeah, there you go. Brendan McMillan's been injured with a mild concussion. His estimated return is February 24th. Should be in a few days there. Manually. I got to do it manually. Yeah, because I think if I go to replace player, it will be Frazier who gets put in. Yeah, so I'm going to have to bring somebody up. No. I'm going to bring somebody up. All right, so who's coming up from the AHL team to play fourth line time for us? Condra. Yeah, Condra is the guy. Yeah, Condra is the guy. There you go. All right. So let me just put in Chipchura first. He's a center, right, Chipchura? Yeah, Kyle Chipchura is a center. There you go. And I'll put in, where is he? Condra. You can play the right side. All right, now did we lose somebody for the penalty kill with that? Yes, we did. Soderberg, and I'll go with Condra. All right, Condra, let's see what you can do in the penalty kill. I'm going to need you, son. That should be it. Yeah, that should be it. All right, so another injury, but that one shouldn't be too long. This is why we have the depth, like Gagliardi, like Frazier. I knew these injuries were going to happen, but we're ready for them. We just lost that game, right? So it's time to go back with Kemper anyways. Hang on, I forgot to do that. Kemper. There you go, Kemps. All right. You know what? I want a little drink of H2O as well. Oh, yeah. That's very nice. Oh, ice cold as well. All right, so we got the 30 wins that I wanted. We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 before the trade. Well, 6 because I'm not going to go past this game. So 6. So, I mean, it's going to be hard to get to 35 by that time. But you know what? Just a few more wins. Just give me a few more wins, Kemper. Come on now. If you can go 3-2 in these 5 games. Come on now, Kemper. Come on now. There you go. You started off with a win. Good, good, good. Now, these are Eastern Conference teams. So, I mean, overtime losses, you know, those are very valuable against these teams. Just get those points. I don't want to see that middle number go up. I don't want to see a 24 or a 25. I want to see a 34. Come on. There you go. All right, Kemper, he's done his job. He's gotten the 2 wins. One more, and you've done your job, Kemper. Just one more. All you got to do is one more in these last 2 games, please, against Detroit or Florida. Just get me one. Just get me one. All right, Kemper comes in and wins 3 in a row. He's playing just like last year. He plays around this time of the year. Fucking love it. McMillan's ready to play in the next game. No, let's continue. Let's just, because with these line changes, we've won 3 in a row with Condra back there. 4 in a row. Yeah. Let's keep these lines the same way right now. All right, nothing against you, Chipchura, but you got to go with what's working. And right now, we're 4-0 with Kemper on the Kemper in the team and Condra back there on the 4th line. Keep on going, boys. All right, 2 more games against Western Conference teams. This is looking better though. This is looking like we have a legitimate shot at making the playoffs. If we can continue to play like we are. Give me 1 more of these games. 1 more. 1 more, we get to 35. Oh, my God. Fucking Kemper. Good job, buddy. All right, so Kemper is really making his presence felt as a starting goalie for the Arizona Coyotes. Game against the Anaheim Ducks. All right, so we lost that one. Oh, my God. And we lost Riley Smith now with another injury. A pulled groin. Estimated return is March 21st. All right, so we're at the trade deadline. This is at least a good place to have this injury. Oh, my God. All right, so we lost another top 6 right winger. All right, so now I think it's time for Samuelson. He can come up now. We got time. We got space for him now. Teravainen, Soderberg, and I'm gonna have to get somebody else now. God damn. Centers McMillan. Yeah, it's gonna have to be McMillan. Chipchura. Bring up Gagliardi. There you go. And then McMillan. Very nice. McMillan goes right there. Now we're gonna have to get the power play lines. Yep. Samuelson, because he's got that good shot, right? Like you guys were saying. I'll go with Samuelson. Teravainen's already on the first line, replacing Yakupov. Samuelson can replace Riley Smith. We got the young guns replacing Higgins on the power play point still. We'll go with Higgins. Oh, no. Oops. Higgins, you know what? Yeah, Higgins can stay there. For this, I'll just go with Stone. Fuck it. There you go. All right, penalty kill, 3-man penalty kill, 4-on-4 lines. 4-on-4 line again. Who do I put in there? Samuelson, Teravainen, Kopitar, Hansel. Where's Hansel? Hansel's not even in there. Yeah, I got to get Hansel in there. There you go. And then Samuelson, and then we go Teravainen. There you go. All right. Extra attacker, goaltender. Kemper is still playing out of his mind right now, which is great for us. Hansel, you can go in there. Very good. All right, so we're not going to go any farther here, boys. You know what? Let me just make sure, again, I don't lose this. Hang on. All right, there we go. That's much better. So we're up here at the trade deadline. We have been hit with the injury bug this year. Riley Smith is out till, like, February 24th or something like that, so he should be back pretty soon. Yakupov's not going to be back till April 3rd, which is, so he'll be back for the playoffs, some games, like, he'll be back for, like, the last 4 games of the season. So that's good. We have some help from Yakupov coming back if we need to come down to those last 4 games of the season to make it into the playoffs, right? It actually says Darcy Kemper's been injured as well, but it's only 2 days, so it's probably a day-to-day injury, so we're okay. Don't worry about Darcy. Let me simulate up to this day here. Just get it up one more day so I can see the standings and all that. All right, trade deadline. Yeah. All right, so here we go. 35, 24, and 3. That is, you know what? I'm very happy to be there for the trade deadline. If we win 16 games last year at the trade deadline. If we do it again this year, that's 51 wins, right? So we should be a playoff team this year unless we have a horrible collapse. There you go. We got 73 points. You know what? It's not automatic yet because the three teams that are trying to catch the wild card position, San Jose, Dallas, and Colorado, 68, 68, and 67 points. You know, they can catch Edmonton, they can catch St. Louis, yeah, but I only have 73 points, so they're only like 2 or 3 games away. All right, so we got to win. Still got to win some games here. It's those, we don't have a lot of overtime losses. We have a lot of regulation losses, you know. If we were 35, 14, and 13, yeah, that would look a lot better. But, you know, we got a lot of those regulation losses, so we just got to make sure we win some games here. All right, I'd say we can afford to lose in regulation, like another 7 or 8. That's it. All right, so we have to definitely got to win some games, but we have some injury problems. So maybe a trade might be the right idea. I'll quickly show you guys our trading assets here. There you go. Hang on. All right, so centers, here we go. So Matthew Barzal is a 71 overall now, so that's good. Marner, just showing you guys some trade value here, some young guns that we could trade. But like a guy like Strome and Dauphin, they're mid-70s now, you know, low 70s. These are the guys who are going to be ready in maybe a year, 2 years, right? So do you want to trade them? Left wingers, Pierlini and Domi, 77, 79. All right, looks pretty good. They're probably tearing it up in the AHL. Yakupov's injured, Sprong, Korostelov. All right, Koskainen, defenseman, Pilon is 70 overall now, that's good. Jesse Mills is only 59, okay. All right, all these guys. And then goaltenders, Gugovaz is 75, Byzantine, and Kemper. So we really don't have much to trade, but we still do have our first overall pick and the second, and we've already had some pretty good years of drafting, right? So I wouldn't be opposed to trading away our first round pick this year. Now let me just go through some of the teams here for players that they're willing to give away. I'm not going to go through goaltenders because I like our goalies. We're not going to make a trade for a goalie. The year is going to belong to Kemper and Byzantine again, all right? But here you go. Here's some players here that I could pick up for a like, look how low Joe Thornton's trade value is, right? Now I know he's a center, but like I could trade away like a first for Joe Thornton and get him. And I know he's probably going to retire soon, blah blah blah, but you know, like you want to try to go as far as you can in the playoffs this year. I mean, he's old though. He's 4-star potential, 37 years old. I don't think he would retire after this year. I think he'd have 1 more year in him. But you just get him for a playoff run basically, right? Because we have Nail Yakupov out. I want to make sure I make the playoffs. Maybe a guy like Patrick Marleau would be the better choice. He's 37 with 4-star potential as well. He's 89 overall, and he's a sniper. He would be the better choice. I'm just saying because Joe Thornton's trade value is nice and low, right? But it's a 1-year player. All right, I wouldn't bank on them coming back for next year. All right, it's a 1-year player right there. So you have to weigh that out right there, boys. Let me just go through the rest of the teams here. R.J. Umberger. All right, some depth. We don't really need the depth. Daniel Sedin. All right, so there are some older players here that we can get for the wing because we are missing Riley Smith and Nail Yakupov. And then just come the playoffs, if we have Yakupov back and all these guys, then our third line is even better, right? Justin Williams, there's a good one, 84, 1 year. All right, nice and low. Pavel Bure is available too, and McEwen, he's a 4-star potential defenseman. Yeah, man, these are 3 nice players I could get from LA here, like Justin Williams, Pavel Bure, and Roland McEwen. All right, and do they want the first? They don't want the first, but I'm sure I can make something work. Yeah, like that's a possible trade if I give up another prospect in there as well, right? So we got some, yeah, I think I definitely want to trade away that first-round pick. Zetterberg, Kronwall, Datsuk. The only thing about those guys is the trade value is much higher, right? But they are 91 overall. Jesus. Brad Richards, Martin Havlat, Chimera Tanguay. No one really there. No one really there. Carolina. No one really. No, goddamn no. No. And Anaheim. All right, so those are all the players that are available. I like the Joe Thornton and Patrick Marleau. I think I could pick up one of them, but it would be a 1-year player, and we wouldn't have our first-round pick anymore, right? So you guys have to comment on that. And last but not least, let us just go through the team standings and all that good stuff. All right, so Arizona, we are 11th in the NHL with points. Goals for per game, 2.81. Could be better. That's why I'm suggesting to make that trade. Goals against per game, 2.85. 15th in the NHL, could be better. So even though we're, playing a little bit better in the last few games, we're not up there for stats in the NHL. Power play percentage, 20%. That's decent. Penalty kill percentage, 80%. That's decent. Are we a disciplined team? 11th in the NHL for being disciplined. Home record 27-3. Our away record 15-17-0. My God, we love playing on home ice, but on the road not so much. But the good news is that in the last 10 games we are 7-3-0. We got to start playing better on the road though. God damn, that's bad. Player stats for the season. Last but not least, I need some more water. Oh yeah, that ice tastes so good. Come on now, Jesus. I got my drink done before it loaded. All right, so our forwards, Martin Hansel, my second line center position, 51 points in 60 games played. If he was to not get a single point more for the rest of the regular season, I'd be fine with those points because it's 50 points with 25 goals, right? That's a good year for a second line center. But we need him to get more points. Riley Smith, he's injured, 48 points. Kopitar, only 46 points. So, you know, going into next year, because Kopitar is going to be a franchise player for us, we need to maybe find some better teammates, some better line mates, because he can definitely be a point-per-game player. What kind of seasons did he have? I mean, look, the 3 years before us, 70 points, 74, 78, 30 goal basically, 25, 30 goal, you know, it's right there. So we have to figure out a way to get him going again. Bodker, only 39 points. Howla, 31. Yakupov, 26, but in 39 games played. So Yakupov was actually on pace for like a 20-goal season. Yeah, it still wasn't good enough. We need to get that first line going a little bit more. Higgins, Teravainen, Soderberg, Samuelson, McMillan, Chipchura, Condra. All right, all those guys down there. Defenseman, Ekman Larson with 34 points. Yandel with 33. Gormley with 28. All right, so I don't know if they've been, I think they've been playing better because the last time we checked this, they were on pace for these many points, right? So I think our defense have been playing better since I've switched them up on the first and second line. All right, all these guys. And then goaltenders, this is going to be the good one. So you got Darcy Kemper, who's now played 40 games to Byzantine's 32. All right, Byzantine actually has the better goals against average, 2.68 compared to Kemper's 2.78. But the reason I play Kemper is because, look, 22, 12, and 1 compared to Byzantine, who went 13, 13, and 1. All right, it's just, yeah, Byzantine has the better stats. All right, in the last video, it wasn't that way. But now, Byzantine definitely has the better stats. But I still feel comfortable with Kemper because he gets us the wins. You guys may disagree with that, right? He's got 4 shutouts. He's got 2 points. All right, so I want to hear your opinions about Darcy Kemper and Byzantine, but I still suggest we go with Kemper. All right, so what trades do we need to make to try to make the playoffs? I do not want to give up on this year. Here are these standings, all right? Man, if we were in that Atlantic division, we'd be at the top. 73 points, right? So we just got to make sure that we win more games than we lose. We should make the playoffs at this position. We've put ourselves into a better spot, you know, compared to last year where we had to make our way into the playoffs, you know. We're in a good position this year. We just have to win some damn games, and that might mean trading away the first-round pick for a stud in the top 6. So let me know, boys, and I will see you in the next one.